Hello everyone, I'm Jensen. Today is Tuesday, April 20th, and from a verdict in the Derek Chauvin murder trial to an investigation at Perrysburg High School, I have all the stories you need to know to get in the loop today. But first, let's talk about our weather. We've got some snow coming down here, and don't cancel me for this, but I'm kind of about it. But will this impact your morning commute? Let's take a look at what's ahead with our first alert weather team.
The snow is starting up out there, and once we get to around 8, 9, 10 o'clock, it's going to start to collect up on elevated surfaces, rooftops, trees, maybe on your deck or your deck railing out behind the house. If you have one, you're going to see it come together. And the second thing, and the more serious impact, is going to be a hard freeze on Thursday morning. The record low Thursday morning is 22 degrees. Here's a look at tonight. By around 10 o'clock, there should be an inch of snow in much of the Toledo area. So if the kids are wanting to stay up to see the snow, they might be staying up a little bit late tonight because the heaviest of the snow will be coming down around the midnight hour. And then accumulations of 3, 4, maybe 5 inches will happen, especially a little bit south of Toledo. We're seeing heavier amounts possible from Bowling Green across through Fremont and toward the Port Clinton area. The most likely time period for an accumulating snow in Toledo will be from 8 p.m. until about 2 o'clock in the morning, and this will all work its way east. And I think in Toledo, the snow will start to let up around 2 a.m. and then should come to an end by around 4 o'clock in the morning. Snow will linger in our eastern counties a little bit longer, perhaps through daybreak for an hour or two before scooting out of the picture. If it brightens up a bit tomorrow, it'll warm up really quickly. And highs in the low and middle 40s will take care of snow very, very quickly. It'll be melting away. And we'll turn our attention to Thursday morning. Now, there are some indications that a little bit of cloud cover could be floating by overnight into Thursday morning. That would be a real helper, because if the sky is clear, lows will dip down into the middle 20s in a number of locations.
And less than 24 hours after deliberation began, the jury has reached a verdict in the murder trial of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin.
We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 1, unintentional second-degree murder while committing a felony, find the defendant guilty. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 2, third-degree murder, perpetrating an eminently dangerous act, find the defendant guilty. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 3, second-degree manslaughter, culpable negligence, creating an unreasonable risk, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to.
Chauvin has been found guilty of murder and manslaughter in the May 25th, 2020 death of George Floyd. Bystander video viewed around the world and multiple police body cameras captured Chauvin kneeling on Floyd for 9 minutes and 29 seconds in the street outside Cup Foods that night. He was charged with second-degree murder and second-degree manslaughter, and Judge Peter Cahill later reinstated a third-degree murder charge against him. Chauvin's conviction marks only the second known time a police officer has been convicted of murder in Minnesota, and the first time such a conviction has been won against a white officer who killed a black man. The maximum sentence Chauvin could face is 40 years for second-degree murder, 25 years for third-degree murder, and 10 years for second-degree manslaughter. Those sentences would likely be served concurrently and not consecutively, since they are all for the same crime. The presumptive sentences, however, are 12.5 years for each murder charge and 4 years for the manslaughter charge. The Chauvin trial is wrapping up as another high-profile police killing is investigated in Minnesota. Daunte Wright was shot and killed during a traffic stop on April 11th in nearby Brooklyn Center. Former officer Kim Potter has been charged with second-degree manslaughter in Wright's death, which prompted several nights in a row of protests in Brooklyn Center. And today we have 2 concerning stories out of Perrysburg. Now first, at least 3 Perrysburg High School students are in custody after officials uncovered preliminary planning among several students, possibly intending to do harm to others. And at least 1 student from another school district has also been implicated. Now we know that 3 students are currently at the Wood County Juvenile Justice Center in relation to that alleged threat. According to Principal Michael Short, another student reported this potential threat to administrators after concerning comments were said to be made after the school day last Thursday, which promptly led to an investigation. The Wood County Juvenile Prosecutor ordered that these students be sent to the Wood County Juvenile Detention Center, where they are currently staying. The investigation into this incident continues, and Perrysburg police are asking anyone with information to call 419-872 8001. You can see that number right there on your screen. This story is of course developing, and we will continue to keep you updated on all of our platforms with the latest details. And also within Perrysburg Schools, an employee is on paid leave as school officials investigate an alleged incident of racism. 2 students reported this incident to a Perrysburg Junior High School official Friday night after they claimed the exchange took place on a bus that afternoon. Now, we've been provided cell phone video of that conversation, so let's take a look.
You're from Mexico?
Yes.
Are you?
Yes.
And shouldn't you be in a cage somewhere in Texas?
That's racist. Not
Neither the student nor the man ever appear on camera, but yesterday district officials confirmed that the man is an employee of Perrysburg Schools and is now on paid leave while the school investigates. School officials called the offense very serious, and we've just learned that that employee has now resigned. And while we have snow today, that's not gonna last forever. And a lot of us are already thinking ahead towards some of our favorite spring activities. Like I said yesterday, Cedar Point is requiring reservations again to get into the park, but another feature is coming back that I think will have thrill seekers a little bit more excited. After the program was suspended last year because of COVID-19, Fastlane and Fastlane Plus are making a return to Cedar Point for the 2021 season. Fastlane is a premium ticket option that allows guests to pay for access to shorter wait times on multiple Cedar Point rides. These ticket upgrades will be available to purchase starting April 26th, which is also when you can start making those reservations if you're a season pass holder. Cedar Point didn't sell Fastlane wristbands during the 2020 season, but did allow skip-the-line access to guests who had previously purchased their Fastlane upgrade before sales were stopped. Now, some other features making a comeback this year include Cedar Point's VIP tours and Boardwalk Cruiser tours. Opening day is set for May 14th, and for a look at what's new this year, check out the link in the description of this video. And while we're looking at some of those local trips, if you're planning on leaving the US for vacay, health officials say you might want to rethink some of those plans. Yesterday, leaders with the State Department urged Americans to reconsider any international travel they may have planned. They said they would be issuing specific warnings not to visit roughly 80% of the world's countries due to risks from the coronavirus pandemic. The United States hasn't had a global advisory warning against international travel since August, when guidance was revoked by the Trump administration. Now, this advice isn't a formal global advisory. Basically, the State Department will just start using the CDC standards as it prepares health and safety guidelines for individual countries. And because of those standards, about 80% of countries will be classified as level 4 or do not travel. And to be clear, travel is also discouraged for the remaining 20%, just not as strongly. At this exact moment, we don't know which countries will fall under which category, but we should start to figure that out as guidance is slowly issued for each country this week. And Dogecoin, a cryptocurrency that features the popular meme Doge, you know, the one with the cute face of the Shiba Inu, reached a record high on Friday. And it is currently among the top 5 digital currencies, according to CoinGecko. Dogecoin was created as a joke in 2013, and it had never even hit a cent until January 2nd of this year. Since then, it has skyrocketed, and the price has soared more than 400% in the past week alone. Late Friday, it was trading at around 39 cents after hitting a record 43 cents earlier in the day. Its market value now sits at more than $47 billion. And as interest in Dogecoin exploded over the past couple days, it caused issues for users trying to trade for the cryptocurrency on the online trading platform Robinhood. Sound familiar? The company said when Dogecoin surged past 25 cents for the first time on Thursday, there was extreme pressure that caused its crypto order system to go down for about an hour. Robinhood said on Friday it saw a similar spike in activity as Dogecoin rose to nearly 50 cents and led some sporadic order failures. But why is it getting so popular right now? Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk may have helped boost its value this week by tweeting Doge barking at the moon with a photo of a painting called Dog Barking at the Moon. There's also been more interest in cryptocurrencies this week after Coinbase, a digital currency exchange, made its debut on Wall Street Wednesday. Coinbase shares soared as high as $429, briefly giving it a market value over $100 billion. And before I go, I have to share with you this viral video because it's been living rent-free in my brain for like the past 3 days. Take a look at this. A North Carolina couple survived a terrifying encounter with a rabid bobcat that attacked them right outside their front door. And you hear a vicious growl before Christy Wade screams at her husband, Happy, to run. Happy jumped into action as the bobcat tried to bite Christy's neck. Now watch as he picks it up and he kind of carries it like a pet for a minute and just chucks it in the next yard. The cat then ran back, which is why he thought it was rabid, and then he shot it in the shoulder. It turns out after testing, the cat was rabid, and now the couple is being treated for the virus. But Happy's quick thinking really prevented what could have been a much more dangerous outcome. That is all I have for you today. If you liked this video, hit that like button, and of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Jensen, and now you're in the loop.